It's just
last 2 games it was by Spirit, though.
I know.
It's the most versatile hero in the patch.
But couldn't
by
you
far.
pick him whenever you want? Wouldn't you want to secure a Chen?
That's why the hero is so good, because you can pick him whenever you want.
So I guess they're just denying Team Spirit from that ability to do as well?
I mean, they showed in the last game. They obviously have proficiency with the hero, and it opens up a lot of opportunities. So normally, during the early game, if you were playing against a team like London Conspiracy, for example, who want to win the early game lanes, Furion is seen as a very strong laner in his own regard. A lot of supports are bad at zoning him. You can teleport to other lanes to force ganks. You have really good mid game. If the enemy team lacks catch, you have the split push option. He is good for 5-man. He's good for killing Roshan. He can transition into a semi-carry or a hard carry even if you want him to be. There's pretty much nothing that the hero can't do.
Yeah. And that is why he was picked first.
He can't stun.
He can't stun.
You can just buy an Abyssal Blade and a Blink Dagger, and you'll have the money because you're Furion. And then you can stun. And you can buy a Hex, and you can range stun without the Blink.
All right, well, easy first picks on Chen and Earth Spirit, 2 very strong heroes in this patch. Earth Spirit, of course, putting on a lot of pressure all over the map wherever he wants. So the mid roll will be a little bit hard for No Diggity now.
It's tempo control. The nice thing is there's no OD. We saw that combination the other day with the Earth Spirit. It's very hard to lane against, and Invoker is also banned. So the most common pairings with the Earth Spirit for gank potential are not available. Not to say that you can't go back for something like a Puck or a Queen or something that gives you that kind of killing power, but we could also see them go back for something a little bit more greedy if they wanted to. So we're going to see the bounty here picked up by No Diggity. An often response that we see to Chen hasn't necessarily had the best success so far, but it's also nice to take the bounty away from Team Spirit, I feel. Although I'm not sure they would do that because they would pretty much have to offlane it. So they already have a jungler and an Earth Spirit. So I guess they just have a plan with Bounty Hunter, feeling confident with the hero.
Yeah, I hope so. I believe that they had a Yapster on a roaming hero 2 days ago. That time it was the Night Stalker, but he was really not able to make something happen. And I feel like Vega is the type of team that I would compare it to Spirit, and they were against Vega, so I'm not sure if they would find an opening to actually make something happen. Maybe, obviously, Chen is a little bit easier there, but I'm kind of worried for for a possible lack of results on Bounty Hunter.
Well, it depends on what the bounty needs to do. So in this game, if you notice that the Earth Spirit's already there, Bounty Hunter is not going to put, I would say, too much emphasis on sitting mid, depending on the hero matchup. And since we're seeing a lot of priority into mid bans, we'll have to go ahead and see what ends up being the case. But I think he's just going to follow around the Chen. Because if you follow the Chen around, even if you're just soaking EXP and slowing his farm a little bit, in a lot of cases that can be enough. You can also scout out heroes in the jungle for Furion to TP to, which is a very common thing. You can just set up another gank with that. You can pick a lane with a decent stun that Furion can TP bottom, the Bounty Hunter can be there. It's very hard to detect his movement. It just gives you a lot of ways to control the early game tempo, which Team Spirit also kind of want to do with their opening of the Earth Spirit and the Chen. So it's just different ways of accomplishing the same thing.
Well, it's interesting that you talk about that, because we saw a Bounty Hunter go up against a Chen in the last couple days, and he got pretty wrecked by it.
It's not as good, I think, when you don't have another hero who can respond to the pressure. But when you have a Furion, you have a hero who can guaranteed be anywhere the Bounty Hunter is.
Okay.
You know, so you're just saying, okay, it's not +1, it's +2.
Right.
And then if you're ganking for like the safe lane or you're ganking for mid, then it's +3 because you have the other hero already in place to start the gank. So No Diggity just getting rid of a little bit of the catch. Worried for the 5-man, so they ban the Death Prophet, and they don't have a vision control hero just yet, so they're going to get rid of Bat. They don't want Furion to have to deal with that. So Team Spirit, they can't really go for anything like NS unless they wanted to go for offlane, which I don't really feel is super strong. But I really like having Night Stalker against a hero like Furion because it's just that passive pressure. It's like feeling, okay, I might get ganked. I don't really want to go for the split push. And we saw a game like that the other day as well. I forget which team had the Furion, but there was a stage where there was so much catch on the other team, I think they were playing against an IO lineup, that the Furion just kind of collapsed and he couldn't really do much. So that's another great way of dealing with the hero if you're not just going to like straight up 5-man push him.
Yep.
What do you think about the Earth Spirit Chen combination of supports?
It's good. I mean, Chen offers you a lot of push.
We've seen that earlier this week, I believe, as well, with the same combination.
I think it's one of those things where you just want one hero if you're going to be playing greedy who can move around and do a lot on his own. And I think that Earth Spirit, once he gets 2 or 3, he offers a ton to your lineup no matter what situation. Like a boulder smash into a roll can be a kill if you have a good hero matchup in that lane. Like if you're going to gank mid, you can get a kill there. You can get a kill maybe even in the safe lane if you get your hands on something like a Darkseer. You saw that combo as well. Like Earth Spirit, Darkseer together can be really devastating. especially with no Diggity not having any disables just yet. But it really depends on what Team Spirit want to do.
I wonder what that Ember Spirit ban is going to tell us there. He's not been the most popular hero, and to have a ban on him like this early, is that...
Well, it's a hero that kind of requires you to have some form of catch, or you need like insane push to just stop him from having any effect in the game, because he does need a little bit of time to acquire 1 or 2 items. But it leads me to believe that they're not going to be picking a lot of catch on their team. Like CK is kind of in addition to that. He can push all right with Phantasm. He's a good early game fighting hero, but he's not good at killing an Ember. And Ember is also very good against CK.
Right.
So Phantasm is popped, you throw out a Sleight of Fist, kills your illusions, your hero is kind of not so great. I think it's just giving them more leeway with their lineup right now, because it seems like they want to push the tempo really hard with their first 3.
Which mid hero is able to stop the push from no Diggity?
10 seconds remaining.
You mean stop the push from Spirit?
Sorry, yes. Yes, I do.
Well, it's going to be a lot down to if you can win the lanes at this stage. Like, you have a Furion, you have a Bounty Hunter. Zeus is actually very good as a
More
spam hero.
global as well.
Yeah, it's global, but I don't know if no Diggity are going to be going back for anything crazy like a Spectre. I still think they need... Because Furion takes quite a bit of farm actually off the map. Zeus maybe not so much. Maybe they could go a little bit greedy. But I feel like when you see CK, Earth Spirit, Chen, you know that team is going to be fighting you. They don't want to go for this late game farm scenario. They want to just pressure nonstop. And I think that Zeus is a step in the right direction. It's a non-committal hero in mid who can sit really far back, just passively farm. It's actually quite difficult to gank him if he's playing safely. And you can just keep pushing the wave, making sure that the Earth Spirit's never going to get a good opportunity. But as we say that, Earth Spirit does have like 2,000 initiation range. So might still be able to gank.
Yeah.
Ooh, what hero would I pick here? Probably a TA. No,
I would have said that.
Oh
for
man,
sure.
Walker's gonna be freaking out on this.
I actually heard him
I actually
squealing
heard
over
it as
there.
well, yeah.
This is
Is
one
it
that
in
we
the
actually
back?
haven't seen at all yet during DreamLeague.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at all. Now, why?
No Zeus
why?
either, I think.
It's Roshan
Have we?
securing.
Oh. I
don't think so.
Roshan
We've seen
securing
it
is the
banned,
big thing.
but-
Like Team Spirit up until this point, they don't have one single hero that is very good at killing Roshan. Like Chen is okay because you can tank Rosh, but you don't really have good damage. So you need something that's going to guarantee that, okay, I'm going to get my Desolator, we're going to kill Rosh. And as Iln was saying in his interview a little while ago, you always want to have a team that can fight around Rosh. Well, you have that with Team Spirit. Like 100%. You have CK, who's really good in skirmishes. TA is hard to get through because they don't really have great instance damage. It's a lot of burst. And in the 1v1 matchup, like TA is going to have permanent refraction. You get a ton of wand charges. You can just pop it at any point. Very hard to gank. I think it's a great pick, actually. It's one hero that we haven't seen a whole lot of either.
No Diggity also wants to be able to fight Rosh. Nature's Prophet, he said, I think Waga was the one to say that Nature's Prophet, not necessarily a good Rosh killer.
Not a good
at least
killer.
He's always going to be there, and he's always going to be able to either apply pressure if Roshan has been taken,
Right.
or rotate fast.
That's typically what you want. There's some heroes who are great at securing Roshan because they offer utility. So like Tusk offers utility with Sigil, Furion and Chen offer utility with creeps that take damage for you, so you don't have to tank it yourself. And then there are heroes that just kill it super fast, like OD and TA and Ursa, right? So it's just a different style. All right, so Lion, good illusion killer. Can get rid of some of the Phantasm. Not really the greatest deep push, but it does offer some control, which I feel like no Diggity pretty much had zero control up until this point. I gotta say, I'm really liking Team Spirit's draft so far. It's well balanced. They have good disable. They have good late game. Once they get BKBs as well on the TA and the Chaos Knight, you are going to have some serious freaking issues dealing with that 5-man.
And how are they going to take the refraction as well?
Yeah, that's another thing.
I would actually, I mean, would Spectre be that bad at this point? No?
I think if you pick Spectre as no Diggity, you lose the game in like 25 minutes. No, I mean it. It's because how do you contest any lanes? Like, sure, if you get level 6 in an urn, you might be able to use Haunt with Bounty Hunter and Nature's Prophet to go for some kills, but that is super all in.
Yeah.
Like, that is, if we don't execute amazingly well, we are just going to get wrecked.
Yep.
Hey,
Correct.
Draskell, you want to get in on this betting thing that you've got going? We have
What's the
Waga
bet
saying
thing?
that all the games today have a total match length, not including draft. Slack said 100 minutes. Waga said 126. And so far we are at 52, so there's 2 more games. You have a bit of an advantage knowing
2 more
how long.
games.
how
I'll
long-
say 130.
130.
Yeah.
Oh man, Waga just got wrecked.
Ah, there's the Darkseer.
The old
Okay.
Price is Right. Okay, so why the Darkseer? It seems like that was confirming something in your head.
It's, well, we talked about it as soon as the Earth Spirit was picked up.
Ah,
The combination of Darkseer and Earth Spirit together is quite strong. Vac into Boulder Smash. It's very hard to land, but if you can do it, it's great. Plus, just having an Ion Shell on the Earth Spirit when you roll in, that's at 80% slow for 2 seconds. You're dealing a lot of damage. Really good synergy. You can pressure the supports. Like Lion, really, it's okay in some regards because, again, it's okay against Phantasm, but I really feel like he's going to struggle this game. There's some heavy lifting that he needs to do. He's the only disabler on his team. And Surge is also great against Hex because you can still maneuver. You know, you're not just stuck.
And they can't, so far, they can't really deal with the constant pressure that the Darkseer is able to put on as well, it feels like.
Yeah, they need some, like, heavy fighting hero.
Which one?
Gyro, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. They need something that doesn't eat a lot of farm because they don't...
They won't
I don't
get a
think
lot
they
of
have the
farm.
time. I think they're going to get pressured so heavily here by Spirit.
Viper.
Viper. That's it. That's... I
No,
don't know about that.
no.
2 swings, 2 misses.
Yeah, I
It's
think...
okay.
All right.
I mean,
all
obviously
right.
Sven's banner. That would be
Tiny.
great. Okay, it's another fighting hero.
Okay. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Tiny he does really well with farm, but he can still fight without it pretty early game, and gets that nice burst damage in.
I still like Team Spirit's draft.
Oh yeah.
Much, much more.
So, since I think we're all on that same page, I want to ask you guys, who's going to get the first kill?
First
hit on the
kill
first
is
kill.
going to be a Chen/ES rotation, and it's going to be either on Bounty or the Zeus.
Yeah, but
Damn.
who's going to get the kill? You have to check.
Oh, who's
only
gonna
one.
get it?
God, I thought that was specific enough, but okay.
The Earth Spirit's going to get it.
The Earth Spirit's going to get the kill on either Bounty or Zeus. What do you think, Slacks?
It's absolutely going to be a Nature's Prophet kill. He'll be TPing in and stealing that kill from somebody else, just like all of my
He's just going to go
puppets.
for the last hit. All right.
Yeah, he's going for the
I
last
like
hit.
it.
I think
It's over to the cast.
it will be... No, I'm not going to cop out. The first one to get a kill, I think it will be Zeus. I don't care on who.
Okay.
We'll find out. It is time for game number 1. Now we have no Diggity taking on Team Spirit with Wagamama and, of course, OD Pixel.
Hello, welcome back over to the caster desk. I'm OD Pixel. I'm going to be joined by Wagger for this series. It is no Diggity going up against the side of Team Spirit, and the drafts have come through. And Wagger, you must have a smile on your face.
Yeah.
We've got a Team
happy.
Spirit TA coming through, along with the classic, the CK that we've seen them run before. I mean, I know you're going to be a bit biased towards the TA, but is there a team that you're loving in the draft of it?
I mean, I can't say that I like any draft more than Team Spirits right now.
Yeah.
It's just, they have stuns, they have great combinations, they have Chen to help out laning phase. I really love what they have put together here, and the Surge is also going to be great for them with the CK or with the TA, so this is going to be exciting for me.
I mean, looking at the side of No Diggity, they obviously saw the TA. It was picked up relatively, it was, I think, about middle of the draft. Do you feel that they have enough means to deal with it? You already talked to me about how the fact that TA should have a pretty nice time against the Zeus in the mid lane. Do No Diggity have the heroes to deal with a TA that has a good start?
I really don't think so. I mean, they have stuns from Lion and the Tiny. Sure, that's good. But there's really only Tiny to burst off the refractions. Already
He's
some
caught under a
damage.
sentry. They got a second one here. Looks like Yapsa's going to be fine.
But that's some damage dealt to him already, and you don't have so much regeneration as a bounty hunter. And they know his positioning.
Yeah, no,
But,
I mean, you talked about Bounty. He's going to be able to harass the TA a little bit, but I mean, we're an Earth Spirit and a Chen as well. He's just cheekily dewarded that sentry.
Yeah, look at the amount of focus to a mid lane already. We have Lion here as well, gonna try and help. He's gonna go for a stun and just try to force the TA to back off. And pretty smart that they put the Tiny mid instead of the Zeus, because Zeus would be absolutely terrible against TA.
And now, of course, that was going to mean Zeus is paired up against the Darkseer on the safe lane here for Spirit. So, I mean, you said Zeus obviously still going to be able to get farm in the mid lane. Is he still going to be able to get a decent amount of farm on the top against the Darkseer, pushing it in?
I feel so. I mean, it's pretty much a 1 versus 1 lane, and no one's gonna come here for a decent amount of time. The focus is on bottom and mid right now. So I think he'll be fine, but so will Darkseer. And Darkseer might even get more than free farm if he starts using the jungle a little bit.
And it's a Funnic Darkseer as well. He's going to feel very, very comfortable on the hero. So
Yeah.
we'll see indeed how much farm he can get. I mean, I imagine both of these heroes play the lane correctly. You shouldn't be seeing anyone die here solo 1v1.
No. I mean, maybe the Darkseer could find an opening to just dive in on the Zeus at some point, but I really don't think anyone should die here. Mid lane, we see a little bit of a wraparound by the Bounty Hunter running in. but they can't really go for a kill here. And look at the Chen just sitting here, making sure last hits will be had.
I mean, it's great. Just even things like having the aura there from the creep with the regen.
Oh yeah, it's a strong regen aura.
Yeah, it's like a +6 or something.
Yeah, it's 6 HPR. It used to be 4, and then they buffed it, so it's so much. And yeah, that mid lane should be easy farm now. If you're looking at the CS chart, I mean, all the cores are getting quite a lot of farm, to be honest. But Team Spirit, they have a good start.
I mean, obviously, we saw the start a lot of attention towards the mid lane. Do you feel that there's any kind of rotation that either team can make to try and punish one of the lanes at the other side?
It's really just whenever they get the boots on Lion, then we can start looking for gank rotations from him. But for now, it's pretty static, and I think it will stay so for a while.
Yeah, so soaking some of the XP here from Guard.
Yeah, he wants to get that big satyr as well, but it's regenerating. He's gonna go for a last hit on Wild Wing. He uses Invis though, so he might not get it now if he goes for it.
Is he gonna try out the purple ball? Smart play from Gorblack.
Yep, using that mana. I mean, you can nuke 6 times with the Hadouken, so
it's a good creep.
It's a really good creep to get. It's definitely the best first creep for Chen, because you can gank with it, because you can farm with it. You can do whatever. You can help lanes really well. The ES just running out, trying to stop the pull here. No pull being allowed. You can just farm there though.
Yapsa as well. I mean, always want to fly. Should be able to roll out of this if he does need to.
Yeah, he has the stun as well. He's just running away. He doesn't have any salve though, so he might have to go back to base. In fact.
I mean, the CK pick as well from the side of Team Spirit. Once he gets the ult online, in terms of cleaning out the illusions, unless this Tiny gets farmed, it's going to be hard to deal with.
It's Illidan as well on his CK. He plays this a lot in pubs. He spams it, and he plays it tremendously well. He definitely knows how to use this hero to the best of abilities. I'm sorry, Rascal. Sad face on that. It's fine.
Indeed. Looking to the mid lane, 16 for 5 on the TA. Eris still managed to get himself 13 for 2 on the Tiny. Did you expect the Tiny to do as well as this against the TA, or should Era be pretty happy with how he's done?
I think he should be doing pretty much this. I mean, TA is not shut down, but same for Tiny. We saw a lot of heroes coming in, but I think both of them should be farming for now. And when Tiny gets levels, he can definitely kill a TA. If he gets like level 7 or so, and has any hero come in with a stun or just a simple spike from the line.
Yeah, I'm still trying to go on there, but the Purge creep and stopping him from chasing the Chen.
He does have an Arcane Rune on a Tiny, so he kind of wants to do one harass nuke at least here. He doesn't really have to kill. And yeah, we see just cheeky play on top lane now, and this is where Darkseer can start to exert more control in this lane.
Absolutely, really brilliant Koi for here. He's got the salve, and with the soaring, I mean, he's going to continue to be able to spam out these waves, and now Funnick. Yapsa's going to have eyes on him, but Yapsa.
Oh, that's a dangerous route, though. He's running into a Zeus.
And they have got a Nature's
he doesn't
Prophet.
have mana quite yet. He needs the Soul Ring.
They need to get the perfect position here with Kezu.
Everyone is there. This is going to be first blood.
He's gone. The full 5-man's going in, and Era's going to pick it up.
Oh, the perfect one to get it as well for no Diggity.
That's very nice indeed. Having the off laner, the solo laner at least, walking into the mid.
Yeah, they got a kill, but look at the CS chart right now. They are falling behind. All the lanes, there is tons of farm on Team Spirit, so it was quite crucial they got that kill. And 4 heroes rotated for that.
Everyone was in there, indeed. Well, I mean, look at the farm that they are getting. I mean, TA, what's the plan this game? Are we getting an early blink, straight Deso?
I think straight Deso. There's no other build. I mean, you go Treads and maybe upgrade to Aquila. You can keep it at a Wraith Band, then just Desolator into Blink. That's the only build that is good in the current patch. You can go Blink first, but I don't see any reason to do it in this game.
Eyes onto the mid lane. They're going to lead in with the Avalanche. Sin and Yapsa are there as well. Let's see if they've got enough to deal with the Iceberg. And they'll get the toss through before Refraction can come back out. It's a good sprout. It's a good sprout. 3 seconds to Refraction.
Yeah, nice attempt there by Always Wanna Fly, trying to save his teammate with the stun, but sadly, just not enough duration in early levels.
Indeed, that's a big kill for the side of No Diggity. Again, it does cost them a lot of resources. They do have to commit a fair few to find these pickoffs, but I guess it's worth it at this point to get Era involved in these action.
So long as they get the kills every time they do this, I mean, it's still fine. Oh, look at top, the Purge creep.
Purge creep.
Yeah, that has no cooldown, by the way. It's 3 seconds cooldown. You're not getting away from it. It's a terribly strong creep.
And when you've got the Iron Shell on it as well, that's just
and the Surge. I mean, that little creep was going ham. and definitely since the change that the Chen creeps all have the same HP, grabbing that little perch creep is quite strong.
Wraps up. Just getting some vision out in the jungle.
Yeah.
Keeping eyes on Gold Black as he continues his role on the Chen and going towards Funnick. I'll have the Zeus back up in a second.
He's going for the Hex, but there's no way. He's just too far, Syndrome.
Oh, Sin!
Yeah.
Not
nice
quite
try.
long enough.
Nice try, Sind.
So it's always going to be a hard catch. I mean, if they got the initial Hex, then that would have been a dead.
Yeah.
Darkseer were quite for there as well.
Running straight up like that is a tall order. I think they have to rely on the smoke ganks a little bit here if they want to catch more kills with the Lion. Yaps are just following around and stalking the Chen. Can't really do much more than just steal experience, but that might be enough for him for now. He's gonna head in mid, see if he can find anything with the Tiny, who does have level 6 right now, so not quite enough to kill the TA. But Lion is there.
Yeah, if they can get any kind of lead in, any kind of touch, a stun, or even a slow from Yapzor. He's playing it smart Iceberg. I'm just going to check. There's no sentry up for the
good
dive.
D ward, actually. They got the Observer ward with that sentry they dropped. So, ward denied for Team Spirit.
Alright, 2-1 at this point. Ooh, okay. Funny.
Oh, look at that. They're going to get always want to fly
If they can
as
get
well.
a second one off the back of it, that's a brilliant Thunder God's Wrath.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. 4-1 to no Diggity, stepping it up. We talked about unlikely to get a solo up top, but he did get it on the Darkseer. Now Illidan looking for some kind of return
he has
action.
no mana on the line on the bouncy, but
he's
Lion.
got the mango on Illidan, and he's pulling in a second.
That was so far range.
Look at he's just throwing these out from a mile off.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gonna be dead.
All right, Illidan Chaos Knight. I mean, you said it was good.
Yeah, he did get the RNG ulti as well, where you get one extra illusion. It can happen 50-50, so... Oh, wow. That was just what he needed on his bottom lane.
Is he gonna get another?
He's got killed. He might.
Oh!
Oh, the juke. That was really nice, though, by Yapzor. He might get away. He might
hasn't got
actually die
enough
to this
mana.
illusion if he... Oh, nice. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
Oh, the kick. Oh, he hit it.
Yeah,
I was gonna. I mean, always he's been doing great with these. He's always been on point with these.
He has been.
Skills.
In fact, if he used Dust there, he might have killed him by just running him down mid lane, though.
Is he getting the skill? Unless they can toss Sinden.
Nah, he already used this combo, so she's gonna be fine. Blink is on Tiny, though. He's gonna blink. If he could toss in... Oh, he doesn't... Okay.
He only just had refraction back. I think the Zeus, but he had the vision when he put down the lightning bolt.
Well, if he got the toss on the Lion instead of a Zeus, that would have been the kill for sure, but he just couldn't get the Lion there because Sind already backed off. Nice attempt, though, and that really shows the aggressive power that they have now on no Diggity.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, just
This early blink.
the TA's got to be very careful of a line being tossed in at her.
And we saw Era play the ganking Tiny before with no Wisp, and he likes to go for Blink Dagger and Shadow Blade. Use both these items to find the perfect initiation.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was in the game against Vega where he did do it, and then he did start to fall behind. He's got to keep on top if he goes for that kind of build, because if you fall behind with a Blink Shadow Blade Tiny, you're going to really struggle going into later bits of the game.
That's the thing, and they didn't really have any other carry hero in that game. This game they have Nature's Prophet, who can at least rack up some items and get decent right click later on. So I feel here it might work a little bit better. And they have Zeus to help with the ulti every time you find someone.
And this could be a nice setup here. Sin smoked him to position, but Funnick's out. Funnick's just TP'd away, so Sin, as much as he tries here to get in position, he's not going to find anything.
Yeah, haste room for Tiny though. Big pickup here. So he could join in at any point now. He doesn't have a TP ready though. I think he definitely needs to have a TP scroll on him so he can counter gang right now.
He's not really got anyone as well towards the mid lane, so can't really try and go on Iceberg on his own. The Chen army is coming through, so they might try and get a bit of a push on here, Team Spirit.
Yeah, TA still hasn't cleared Ancients. I think, yeah, he's gonna go for it now. And that's already quite a lot of creeps as well. It's a
nice stack. Yeah, what's triple stack?
It is actually more than that. It's quad stack.
This is going to put Iceberg in a nice
two dragons.
position.
There is a downside though. Ever since the recent change to dragons, their armor stacks. So they give +6 armor to all the creeps right now. It slows down the ancient farming quite a bit. I mean, he's still going to be able to farm it, but it just takes longer.
And at the same time, bottom lane, Team Spirit are able to find a pick-off onto Yapzor. So right into the tower as well. The Dust was on Always Want to Fly.
And they need these kills for Earth Spirit because he needs his level 6 quite badly. When he has that ulti, it's super strong. Before that, he doesn't do much in a team fight. So these rotations quite important for him. He might even go and leech experience here from the Ancients.
I mean, as you said, it is taking Iceberg a bit of time, but there's going to be no interest from no Diggity. There's, you know, they got no vision on the area.
They didn't really send anyone to take mid experience while he's doing this, and that might be because they're scared of the Tiny. Just scared of the blink initiation. Not many people can stand there on the lane. I mean, you can't really put Earth Spirit there. Shen can't.
You're going to see action. I mean, does Tiny want to go in? He's trying to go in on Tilladin, but Illidan's incredibly tanky here. Quite
nice try to save. Is
Can they turn it around? Oh, he does.
Oh,
he does bring down Funnick, yeah. Manages to get a kind of a turnaround, but still Illidan getting himself involved in the action. This game, 5-5, 12 minutes in, is it as close as the scoreboard shows, or do you feel someone is kind of having a good start
looking
now?
at the CS, it's quite a heavy lead for Team Spirit, so sure, it's 5 for 5 for kills.
Aye.
Oh, there we make it 6 for 5. This is on era. If you can keep finding kills like this, sure, then no Diggity can pull ahead, but right now they are falling behind in farm.
I mean, obviously, as we were saying the other day, we did see Era go for that Shadow Blade after the Blink build. Do you think he'll try it again here, or do you think he may be more kind of inclined to go towards the Ags or anything else?
I think he will probably do it, but Aghanims is super good here against Chaos Knight as well, and Darkseer illusions. You can just clear the massive creeps or illusions in the team fights.
We'll see indeed what he does. He had about 1,300 on him, so maybe indeed saving up for that first blade.
Yeah, almost Veil. Veil is completed on Zeus now whenever he can buy it. So that's going to add a lot of damage to a team fight between Lion, Tiny, Zeus, Fury ulti, even the Shuriken. So that's a great pickup. They can actually start 5-manning quite early, no Diggity. I think that's a thing they should be doing. They're going for a pick off top.
Yeah, Funnick.
Synderen.
He could be in trouble there, but Sin, he's having trouble getting himself in position on this lane. It's a hard catch, this Darkseer.
And Funnick is so tanky. He has the hood and, I mean, level 10 already. He's just a hard hero to bring down. I'm going to have to pay attention to if he uses his hood, because we've seen a lot of players actually forget it.
Forget the active.
Yeah, there's an active skill on hood. PSA to everyone playing Dota. I mean, even pro players forget.
And against this lineup, as you said, that active can make all the difference. If you're able to get that off before they jump in, you're living through the initial burst.
I mean, it's a ton of tankiness.
Yeah. Oh, Roshan. It's up for the taking, and Team Spirit are in there. No Diggity will spot it out.
It's an advantage their team has. I mean, they have TA, they have the Chen army. They can quite easily kill Roshan like this. And even CK can lower the armor of Roshan with his crit.
Oh,
so,
yeah, the RNG, yeah.
So they get quite a fast Rosh. At least you can't cancel the Chaos Strike to proc the armor, minus armor. That used to be a sweet little bug if you wanted to speed up Roshan. But they removed that.
Well, at this spot, I mean, what's the TA goal? 6.3k. How are we seeing the money spent on TA?
She's going for the death, yeah. She's a little bit off. Needs 600 more gold. You get it so early because it's so cheap now. The recipe only 300 gold. I think they top lane.
The Veil's onto Funnick, and we're seeing that hood. That's not going to save you. In comes Illidan, looking to try and fight back. Brings in Era.
He gets Era.
Tiny down. See if he can get a second one here as well. Quaifa looking to duke it down to the sidelines. Can they get the cancel off in time? Oh!
Yeah, he doesn't have the stun. So that little bit of a misplay by Always Run Fly there, but he just made the wrong prediction. Nice play by Quaifa to stay and just TP out.
It was indeed. I mean, now with the illusions though, Team Spirit should
last
be able to
forever.
take a tier 1. The pushing power certainly is real here.
And again, he got the RNG illusion. He really has RNGs on his side in this game, getting the extra illusions.
Yeah, ping's coming out there from Quaifa, being like, look at this, lads. He's getting every time. Extra stuff.
He's not using them, though. Run. Fight the illusions. They're dead.
Let's see if they want to continue to try and fight here, the side of Team Spirit.
I wonder. I mean, they don't have CK ulti anymore, so I think they can just back off here. They took the tower, they won a team fight. You don't want to go for too much. You don't want to disrespect the enemy just because you're ahead. It's like Vega when they played against the side of...
who was it? London?
London Conspiracy. And they just pushed high ground in a sloppy fashion. You need to always be controlled in Dota.
I mean, especially when you're playing up against a bounty hunter. One bad fight and suddenly you're a huge goal deficit.
Yeah, definitely. And what are we looking at right now in terms of advantage? It's some 4,000 golds or so, going the way of Dire, of course.
I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, one fight with a couple of tracks, and
it can definitely
recover
turn
that instantly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now with Veil and Aethelins both on the Zeus and level 11, that's gonna hurt. Anyone who's close to him when the ult is gonna take so much damage.
Team Spirit out grouping up in the mid. Obviously with the Deso now done on the TA, Aegis still to boot.
I think this could be No Diggity's fight, because CK doesn't have ulti, and they can take this, maybe. It is hard against the Aegis, though, and the DD rune, maybe they just have to back.
What do you think about this? Era's build went for the straight early Ghost Scepter.
I mean, against TA and CK, I can see where he's coming from, right? It just feels weird. Oh,
Look at Illidan just charging it in. He wants to go, and they're going to find Koifa here in the trees, and Zeus. And we talked about the amount of burst he can get out, but if you're killing him like that at the start of the fight, down for 40 seconds, that's a huge pick-off to find.
Yeah, and he has ulti now on the CK again, so they're going to take this tower so quickly, so easily if he wants to commit it. Yeah, he's going to go for it.
He's got the RNG again!
Yeah, once more. Rigged.
Every time.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really, really nice for them. They're going to get a tier 2 tower this early with their lineup. This is looking very grim for No Diggity. And this is a fast game already as well. Only 17 minutes in, and they're pushing high ground.
I mean, can they stop this? They've got the Zeus back up in 10.
This is hard. This is really hard. She doesn't have Blink, though, so maybe they can stop this.
I don't know, man. This tier 3's gone. We'll see if they stick around for more, and they're going to want to.
Go for it.
Yeah? And Illidan wants to fight. Brings in Cinder, and 1, 2, 3, he's gone. I mean, this is Team Spirit just playing perfectly as a team. They've achieved everything they need in terms of objectives. They've got the game plan down.
They're on fire today. I mean, they really are. Coming from a 2-0 and now going into this game, taking racks at 17 minutes. Team Spirit are looking like monsters.
I mean, it's good as well to see, because obviously in terms of the lineup of the name, they've got the players. So it's nice to see that they've found their footing, and they're just executing the game perfectly. You can see on the net worth, top 3 highest, they're all the cores on Team Spirit, of course, thanks to the towers and everything that they've taken.
Yeah, and they can even just wait a little bit now, wait for Roshan, take that again. Actually, they can take the tier 1 bottom quite easily, so they're straight up just gonna head for it. And their team fight is so hard to stop. With the Darkseer and the ES, the two of them control the fight a lot. And there's not really been many times for Era to find pickoffs. He went for a pickoff build with Blink Dagger.
Oh, look at this. He's not got a chance in hell.
I like how Era was heading up there. He kind of looks at it, but then he thinks better of it and just turns around.
Oh, boy.
That's so much time wasted, though. It's going to hurt them.
I mean, if you're having kind of this flow as a TA, you know, it's, well, what do you get next after the Blink Deso to kind of rub salt into the wounds?
I mean, you should be disciplined and just get BKB still. Against a Lion and Tiny, you have to respect the disables. And all the magic damage with the Veil as well. Definitely BKB in this game.
I always want to fly rolls into this, but there's a fair few members of No Diggity. The same thing, though, for Skirmishes 17 Spirit. That kind of got, keeping him alive, and now the armlet. Illidan's good to fight for the time being. He'll be sprouted up. He's been artesied, and he will get bursted down. They'll lose the CK. Now with a vacuum wall onto 2. No Diggity have to be a bit careful about hanging around for this one. And now, is this the cleanup from Iceberg? He wants to go in, he's eyeing it up, and he's going to start the move. The Sprout.
Blink.
Okay, there's one. Can we go for a second? He's looking towards Koifa, gets the trap slow. The Avalanche Toss will hold him back, but this Zeus...
No blink on him.
He is gonzo.
Yeah, he's dead. There's that surge. Darkseer is just working as an enabler in these fights, just making sure that CK or TA, whoever needs to run in, gets in there as fast as possible. And that's going to be 2 towers again.
Stuff. That's, it's as you were talking about in the draft, just the TA, if she gets a good start, she's got that Darkseer to allow her to just go, and it's...
What it comes down to is the fact that all of them had a good start. The Darkseer had tons of farm, the CK got all the farm he needed, and TA didn't get shut down. If you have all these things going, then you've successfully won all 3 lanes, right? So, very few teams ever lose when that happens.
I'm just, even just like Goldblack's Chen, he's 6k, he's only 1k behind the Zeus, just under 2k behind the Tiny. It's...
Yeah, he's looking really farmed, and he's more than halfway towards his Aghanims now. Once he gets those big creeps as well, there's no hero on Radiant who can kill the big creeps. No. The Dragon and the Granite Golem are not going to die in this game if he gets them. And that's going to buff up his team so much in the team fights.
And at that point, with the buffs, it's even Koifa's magical damage is starting to fall off.
Yeah, and now we see only 50 more gold, and there's a BKB completed on TA, so even more to deal with. And they don't really have any hero that works against the BKB, so they need to get the initiation, but look at Lion, there's no blink. So the way they need to initiate is so crazy hard. They need to
toss Lion
they have to blink in and toss TA out, or toss Lion in, but then he might not get the cast off before he's actually dead.
Yeah, he's just going to get one shot. In the
he dies to one melt strike, actually. He could, with some extra
mana. It's going to be incredibly close,
So
BKB on Illidan as well, so you got pretty much both your cores with the BKB. I mean, obviously, Era's build, he did go for the Ghost Steps. Do you feel he had to, or could he have afforded to go
for Synderen right now. Illidan smells blood, he's just charging in. Oh, they can't find him. Sneaky Dane gets away.
And Yapsa's just getting a bit of an intel for the side. Sees that they've got a couple top.
It feels like they're just gonna go for the top tier 2 tower, and it doesn't look like they will find a trade here. No Diggity. Yapsa is in dangerous territory if they had a gem on them. But luckily they don't.
We'll throw out a trap.
On the other hand, they don't really care if Bounty Hunter is there. They can just walk past him. He's not gonna pose a threat to anyone.
I mean, I guess in terms of just counter push, they've got the Zeus spam, but I guess that's kind of it if you look at the lineup of No Diggity.
Yeah, they really don't have much right now. Fiorun is trying his best to split push, but look at the heroes of No Diggity. Most of them are just running around, not doing anything right now because there's nothing they can do. They just gotta wait and hope that the enemy don't push high ground, or maybe hope that they do.
Oh, he didn't get the RNG
no
this
RNG
time.
this time.
This could be a bad fight.
Oh wow!
He just
Cinder,
goes in.
not again.
Sin.
Oh. This is the second time that Ilden just runs up and gets the initiation on him, catching him by surprise with the BKB there. He tried to hex the CK, but yeah, 10-second BKB for a support at least, but the tower is gonna fall.
I mean, it certainly feels like the CK is a great pick in a game like this. You get this kind of flow, it's brilliant. I mean, do you think we'll see more teams picking up the CK, or is it still an incredibly niche pick?
Oh, wow, we see the initiation here.
Could he do it? And of God, Mech comes through.
They're just resetting, just backing up. They're actually gonna TP out here, and all of them are gonna make it away, I think.
Oh, that's clean.
That's
Very
a clean getaway, and they got the racks. Well, to answer your question about the BKB, they're gonna try here, but Diderun even picked up on TA. I don't think they want to continue.
You don't want to go on this one.
But as for CK, he can be great in chaotic games where you just have, you know, fights going down 24/7. But he can also be fine if you just win the laning station and farm. Question is, I don't think you're supposed to get away with what Team Spirit got in this game. Like, against a team that's as good as you can't expect to win 3 lanes, right? So I think it's just a lot of outplay as well in this game.
Blessings.
But definitely a strong hero in the patch and should be respected. Right now,
what's he picked up? Has he got the Crystallis coming on as well?
I believe he has the Crystallis coming. Yes.
Yep.
So that's gonna add even more kill potential.
Oh, Kezi,
He saw the Fury in there. That's an easy picking if he sees him.
How
Only
long to
900
rush?
HP. It's just about to spawn. About 25-30 seconds or so. Not very used to be a spectator. Feels awkward.
Iceberg will use his DD. Start to clean up this, as we can see. Nice, tasty 700 crits at the point, and Quafer being blocked up by Funnick. Here comes Illidan, bringing him in, taking him down.
Illidan has really been the playmaker as well in this game. He just runs around and just charges in, finding kills left and right.
And with Roshan.
I like what No Diggity are trying to do here. They know Roshan is going to be up, so they're moving out on the map. Look where Era is, look what Synderen is doing. Right now, they're trying to use parts of the map that should be safe, because people are over at Roshan. So they're trying to get that farm. Tiny is going for the Aghanims, but
I mean, he's closing in on it as well.
He's definitely closing in. He just needs attack speed as well, I feel, because even if it gets it, it's about killing the CK illusions really quick. And for that, he needs one more item. And he's not being given the time.
And there we have it, Roshan. Taken down by Spirit. Iceberg on the TA will grab himself another Aegis.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Illidan wondering what is he gonna buy next? Because he has almost 3,000 gold here on an armlet, drums, BKB, treads, 25 minutes CK off lane.
I mean, that's the thing you gotta remember, just 25 minutes in. And these heroes are looking just a tad bit scary.
Yeah, and they have the Granite Golem and the Dragon now, so it's just tons of survivability. The armor, but more importantly, the HP aura against a team with so much magic damage, it's going to be amazing for them.
I mean, they could just choose to power down the lane, and you just got to peg the question.
I think
can they stop it?
I think they will. Right now, they're realizing there's a lot of split push, and I think they might send TA top to push it out once, and maybe they want to complete the data list before they go. Like, they have a few items that are close, right? All this gold on CK and TA almost having Deso Daedalus.
Jesus.
But they're trying to get a Cheng pick off here, maybe, but they also realize there's more people around. Just gonna keep track on them. But they get spotted as well if they walk down here. Lion, being careful. Ward is about to time out, but so many heroes down here.
Let's see if they... I mean, if no Diggity try and go in here, it could be a bit of a disaster.
I think they're going to blink in.
If they can burst down Funny,
he got
time
the
would be
toss on his
something, and they
teammates.
will. No! Yes, they get it. They do get the kill on Funny, but now Illidan's just turning around. Pots the BKB, out comes the illusions. He'll take down Bounty. Looking for Arrow. Pots the
need
Ghost
to get
Scepter.
out, TA
He'll be able to
behind.
run, but look at Kezi getting dropped in. The kick comes through, will catch them, and this is just going to be a cleanup here for Spirit. Arrow will get taken down. It's a double kill for TA. Who's going to take the Kezi kill? It's going to be Illidan. Double kill for both the cores. It's 19-9. There'll be a buyback from Yapzor. But I don't know, man. This is...
Yeah, buyback from a bounty hunter. There's no way he can
Alright, come
stop
on,
this
Bounty.
push.
Hold the base.
Yeah, get that track going, dude. They're going to need a lot of tracks.
This is... I think he's going to be back to the drawing board for Sin and the boys.
I
going
think so.
into Game 2. I mean, how do you deal with Spirit? And GG is called. They just can't here in Game 1.
They seem unstoppable today. 3 wins in a row. They're going to be really, really hard to win against now. Because when you get this momentum on a team, it's definitely a thing in Dota as well.
Yeah,
'Cause it's a team game.
Yeah.
So morale is so important.
And, I mean, yeah, next game, considering that, do you take any of these heroes away from Spirit, or did you just have to draft entirely different if you're no Diggity?
It's so hard to say because they're a versatile team, tons of strong players, but I think CK on Illidan is definitely a big playmaker in this game, and he has been playing it strong before as well, yesterday. So maybe look towards that hero.
That's impressive stuff indeed from Spirit, as you said. The 3rd win in a row here today, and they've got one more match. It's going to be, of course, up against No Diggity again very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere for that. Me and Michael will be back with that cast. We're going to cut to a short ad break, then back to the panel. We'll see you guys soon for Game 2 between No Diggity and Team Spirit.